What's up, guys? So today, I wanted to do a short little video. When I'm watching other streamers, something that really bothers me is when they don't have a compressor on their mic input, and a lot of people don't really know what a compressor does. So I want to kind of go over that and explain a little bit about what it does and how to set one up. What a compressor does is it kind of like um, when a streamer has like a warning, like they have to put a warning on their page because they yell a lot. Like they wouldn't have to put that warning on their page if they had a compressor. Like what it does is it takes loud noises and makes them quieter, and it takes quiet noises and makes them louder. That way, if you kind of talk quiet like this, you can still hear me. You wouldn't be able to hear me if I didn't have a compressor. And if I talk really loud like this, it doesn't kill your ears. So we're gonna talk about it's kind of like a loudness equalization. In a way, it's a little bit more advanced than that, but basically that's the main purpose of what you're going to use it for. It also helps to add texture and color to your audio, to your voice, to make you sound a little bit better, give you a little bit closer to that radio voice. So what we're going to do is you're going to go to Google and you're going to Google for MJUC Junior, just like that. And you're going to go, it'll be the first link. You can also get it from here. But this first link, this is what we're going to be using. It's an analog emulated compressor. It's really good for voice and dialogue. And you'll just hit this Win installer, download that. All right. So to install this compressor, basically what you want to do is you want to open it up in WinRAR. And if you don't have WinRAR, you can download the free trial. You don't really need to buy it. But what you're going to want to do is once you've downloaded it, open it up. Then you want to double click on the installer.exe. Now the next part's important. So obviously accept the agreement, blah blah blah. Nobody ever reads that anyway. This is the important part. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to delete this. You're going to want to change this to Steinberg, spelled just like that, Steinberg. So program files /Steinberg/MJUCJR. Because if it's not in this folder, OBS most likely isn't going to know where to look for the VST that we're installing. We're going to go to filters. This is my compressor, and something I should do is rename that to compressor just to make it obvious what it is. It's a good habit to get into. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable this just to show you guys, like, hopefully you can hear the difference now. It's not like if I talk quiet like this, you can't really hear me because it's really quiet. So now when I talk quiet, you can't hear me. And if I talk really loud, it starts redlining the input. I have this declip thing, and so it's probably not quite as bad as what it is. But you can see, like, it really starts pushing that. And you really don't want it to go over that 0 mark because that's going to hurt your listeners' ears. It's going to sound bad. The sound's going to break up a little bit. So I've disabled the compressor for the sake of this video. I'm going to add a new one. We do not use the default OBS compressor. It's terrible. It sounds bad. Makes your voice sound worse. So VST 2.x plugin. Select MJUC Junior. We're going to go to Open Plugin Interface. So by default, all of these settings are set to 0. What's going to happen is it's going to overall make everything kind of quieter. So like if this is like your lowest sound, this is your highest sound, this brings them closer together, and then you use this makeup tool. It's kind of like a gain knob, adds dB. So the compressor knob brings your loud sounds down, and then the makeup knob brings those sounds back up, so they're kind of like even right where you want them to be. So what you're going to do in order to set this is you're going to kind of talk loud. Just talk to the microphone just a little bit on the louder side of what you normally talk, and you're going to turn this up until you see that needle start to move. And you see how it's starting to move right there? That's exactly what you want. So once you see that needle starting to move, you're just going to back off like maybe 1.5, 1 to 2 decibels on this knob. And now that's set perfectly where you want it. If you yell, you're not going to blow out your listeners' ears. It's not going to hurt their headphones. If you talk kind of quiet, it's going to work the same. And now what you want to do is you want to go back here and see where your voice meter is. So it's kind of peaking at like -10, sometimes jumps up to like -5. So somewhere in that range, you want to add that back in. So for this example, I think we would do like just add 5, maybe a little less. Try not to let it go over that 0 decibel range. So now your voice is exactly how you want it. All right, and that's how you add a compressor to your input. If you guys thought this video was helpful, if you enjoyed it, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, hit that like button down at the bottom. That's going to let me know that you guys enjoyed this type of video. Share this video with streamers that you think could benefit from this, streamers that hurt your ears from yelling too much. Hit me in the comments with questions, anything you want to know more about. Thanks for checking out the video.